Hey everyone, just to let you guys know before this episode begins, if the audio sounds a little bit off the normal, then that's because we were experimenting with some new audio related things, but if it doesn't sound the greatest, then apologies. We were just testing things out and seeing if it'll work for us, so yeah. Anyways, on with the show. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Losers Lounge podcast here, wherever you're at, wherever you're doing. We hope you're all doing bloody well. Ooh, I'll tell you, last time was crazy. Time to get things back to business because Full Gear is this weekend. AEW is about to be kicking up a storm with this review, and we are very much excited, and I know I am for sure, but I know our fellow crew members are definitely going to be excited for it too, including, of course, the OG of OG, the heelest of Balor, HeelBalor.
Hello, the heelest of Balors is here. Man, it's been, 3 weeks since we recorded a podcast. AEW, we're the best wrestle. In all seriousness, I am very excited for this weekend, what AEW has planned for Full Gear and professional wrestling as a whole. The card looks great. I'm excited. Can't wait to talk about it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I am excited to talk about it, man. Someone else who's definitely going to talk about that, of course, our good buddy, Steve.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yes, the gears are full. Let's kick this thing into action. Like I said before, it is not a pay-per-view week, a PLE, a special event. It is not none of that without the Losers Lounge podcast. Even when we don't, get around to recording, it still ain't really one of those without us here. But regardless of which, please enjoy the show. Enjoy this episode. Kick back and, let's have the time of our lives.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I know someone else who's going to be excited for it. Instead of being the Beast Mode 9000.
Ladies and gentlemen, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, it is I, the Skull King, Beast Mode 9000, back here again on the Losers Lounge motherfucking podcast to talk about AEW Full Gear. Man, what do we got, like 10-ish matches on the card to talk about? And looking at the card, they're all gonna cook. Like, they're all low-key gonna cook. Like, this shit is gonna slap, bro. I am super pumped to talk about the show with you boys. It's gonna be great.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, even the pre-show matches, the tail brawl sort of thing somehow looks good. But guys,
somehow, yeah.
But we don't really talk much about these tail brawl, whatever thing. We do want to get on something important, as you may have noticed, even in the intro, there's been slight changes here. And before we get into that, I do want to let you all know that the subject matter discussed in this portion, well, it may be distressing to some viewers. So if you don't want to hear about that, we recommend using the timestamp that's on screen right now to get to the rest of the podcast. So, Will and Steve probably be the best to explain. So, y'all want to explain?
Yeah, bear with me. I am getting over a bit of a cold, so a little congested, a little bit of coughing, but I'm gonna try to read this as best as possible with my scratchy voice going on. I'd made this statement. There was a very serious issue that had occurred. We had to remove a member from the podcast. I'm gonna get right into it. A lot of you know me as Steep, but my real name is Phenom. I just had an experience with a former member of the podcast. You know him as Dustin, or Dustin Kleinhelter, who was sexually harassing and stalking me in my Insta DMs for over a year now. I would constantly get weird messages about him doing a role play bit where he was imagining performing sexual acts with me while At first, I thought it was a joke out of the kindness of my heart, played along as I was clueless and really didn't know his intentions. But as it grew, it got weirder and just more creepy. Excuse me. Dustin constantly sent messages about showing up to my house and performing these acts with me, with celebrities and numerous people in our friend group within this podcast. He forced himself onto me and took advantage of me. This was all during a low point in my life. I had numerous health issues and had a horrible time with mental health this past summer. Dustin saw this as an opportunity to use me at my weakest, which he did exactly that. The reality is I'm autistic and have a lot of fights with mental battles. I suffer from mental illnesses physically and mentally. As you could tell, I was clearly defenseless. I live in constant fear if we do cross paths in person or if he does show up to my house and try to have his way with me alongside sexually harassing me. He ridiculed and manipulated me numerous times. He always put me down to get his way. He was honestly an abuser who comes at people at their low points in life to bring them down so we can sexually harass them later on. On numerous occasions, he made me almost quit watching sports as a whole. Uh, as a friendly discussion, as something that was supposed to be a friendly discussion turned into him screaming at me and putting me down. He was the reason I was shoved aside last year, the last couple years of my life, and why others a part of this treated me so poorly. I was once called a stupid fucking bitch from him. Keep in mind, once again, there's a lot to me, is why the way I act. Dustin judged that and constantly called me things like stupid and idiot and other derogatory terms. It was thanks to him. There were others in here who were a piece of shit towards me. Though many of them did not do anything compared to what Dustin did, it still wasn't the right thing to do. And because of Dustin, I was sexually harassed, stalked, abused verbally, had friends close to me treat me in awful ways, and questioned my worth and mental health. To this day, I fear if anything happens. Dustin has been removed from the podcast and blocked and reported on all socials. I encourage all of you to do the same. I have posts pinned on my Insta and on my story, as well as Twitter. You can reach out to me at Fan of Combat on Instagram if you want to know more. My name is Susanna Ahmed, and I am a victim. There's a lot that I should unfold, but can't get into all that right now. But you know, I would never wish this upon anyone, and I just really, really hate the fact that this has become the reality of my life to the point where I have to hashtag something with me too because of this evil, disgusting, horrible person who put me through so much, who ridiculed me, who made me feel bad, who was the reason why I really didn't want to be on this earth anymore. Someone who really put me through a lot to the point where he was sexually harassing and stalking me and just making me uncomfortable. And it really was hard to go through and hard to deal with. I have never seen such, you know, a scenario where I thought I would be in that position. And, if you or someone was dealing with something similar or more severe, please reach out, please say something. The support you get, the amount of people willing to step in is going to pay off. And it really, really hurts that there's this level of trauma and fear that I have to live with the rest of my life, knowing this person put me through so much, knowing how much Dustin really did to me and me emotionally, and he hurt me and he put all this on me, and I just really, really was hard to deal with. I appreciate all the support that people have been giving me on social media and everything that all the kind words and encouragement. And please reach out to my Instagram. I can't put this information out there, but reach out to my Instagram. I'll send you everything you need to do. At Fan of Combat on Instagram. Please report and block his Instagram or whatever socials he has out there. I'll let you know more about that if we do have that private talk. Let's work together to get these creeps and these weirdos off the internet, get them off the streets. If he's doing it to me, who knows who else he might be doing it to. There's plenty of people just like him, and it's unfortunate. Let's join the fight in stopping these creeps.
Oh yeah. And if you need like help support and that sort of thing, I believe we'll put some links in there, guys, in case you need it, sort of thing. I know it's obviously hard to transition from that into like a happy-go-lucky sort of thing, but
Yeah, I think HeelBalor had something to say.
yeah. What are you gonna say there?
Yeah, I do have something to say. Let me read this out for you guys. Give me 1 sec. Let me pull it up.
These gents have
I
prepared statements. I don't. So
did.
stay tuned.
I need to be completely honest about my actions these past few years. From the moment I brought Hussein, Steve, back in 2022, I wasn't the friend he needed me to be. In fact, I treated him like shit for 3 years, and I own that fully. I had a hand in everything that went wrong with Dustin Hussein. I broke trust. I leaked personal information that wasn't mine to share about Hussein. I said nothing when I should have spoken up, and I stayed silent while things escalated. I enabled behavior that hurt Hussein instead of protecting him. I wasn't there when he needed me. I wasn't a friend. I let my own selfishness and carelessness dictate my actions, and that's on me. There are a lot of things that I'm not proud of. Too many to list fully. That, of course, I can't talk about in here, but probably I will, whatever. But I want to be transparent about the reality of what I did. I judged when I should have been supported. I shared things I shouldn't have. I failed to stand up when I saw things go wrong. I let the relationship I had with Hussein become toxic, and I know I caused the real pain. To Hussein, I'm deeply sorry. You deserved better than me. You deserved honesty, loyalty, and respect. I failed on all those fronts. I understand that forgiveness isn't possible, but I know words can't undo the damage I've done. But I am taking full responsibility for my actions and the harm I caused. To everyone else, I'm putting this out there because I need to be accountable. No excuses, no minimizing. I had a full hand in on this, and I'm facing it head on. I made mistakes. I hurt people. I hurt my best friend, and I own it fully. This is me being honest, owning it to my failures, and committing to do better moving forward. Yeah, I had a full, if 99.9% of what happened with Hussein. I broke trust, leaked personal information of his that he trusted me with. I skipped calls. I lied. I ridiculed. I enabled fully Dustin's behavior, and I take full, incredible responsibility of my actions. And I know what I did was terribly wrong and distasteful and downright awful. I've told Hussein many times, dude, like I am the worst friend in the world, and I don't deserve to be in your presence or anything like that. I legitimately am honest, trying to fully own accountability and legit trying to change my actions and how I treat people, treat my best friend here, and treat the people around me. I was not a good friend to Hussein. I was not a good friend to the friends around me outside this podcast. I lied, I ridiculed, spilled personal information that I'm not proud of at all. And I take incredibly full responsibility in everything that I did. And to Hussein, my friend, my brother, my dog, I legitimately apologize. And I know words obviously cannot account for the actions that I did, but my the actions I do going forward and the man that I'm legit trying to change and be and uphold everything that we've talked about sticks through and it goes through, and I'm committed to doing that always going forward into the future. This is a new person legitimately trying to change, and I was not the friend or person that he remembered many years ago that I brought back. Me and Hussein go way back to 2019. We met back then, and friggin' a lot of things really went down that I am not proud of. I take full, incredible responsibility, and I'm not proud of the actions. I beat myself up every day, and I legitimately, I'm saying this to everybody out there, I'm saying to my friends in here, people out there, I legitimately am trying to change my actions, the way that I treat my friends, people around me, because I was a terrible, horrible, disgusting piece of shit person, and I'm asking for, um, really just to own up for my actions and how I am, and going forward how I treat people, because I was very awful, very, very awful and disgusting. To you, my friend Hussein, my brother, my dog, I legitimately apologize to you personally of how I treated you, and I love you. I appreciate you, my guy, and I'm going to help you in this fight going forward. And that piece of shit, Dustin, is out of this podcast. He is fired. He is no longer around any of us, this podcast or anything like that going forward. Nobody in here has had any contact with him and is not going to have any contact with him going forward. He is booted, gone, removed, ousted for the rest of his life. And like Steve said, if you have any stories out there, you're a victim, or whatever, reach out to his social media and his social media stuff, because we're in this fight to get all these idiots and these creeps out of here. Again, I take full responsibility. I legitimately apologize for my actions and my words and the way I treated Hussein these past 3 years that he's been back. And I love him. I appreciate him, and I'm going to legitimately be a better person going forward. Honest.
Yeah. It's all let out what needs to be let out in a scenario like this, folks. So, yeah, like for sure.
I am going to try to keep this as short and sweet as I can so we can move on to the podcast, but these gentlemen had prepared statements. I don't. So strap up. As a man who is a counterculture skater punk who is very anti-authority and very anti-abusers and all that shit, to see one of my friends end up being an abuser is A damn shame. Dustin was a good friend of mine. He ain't anymore. I don't give a fuck who you are, dude. I don't care if, if you're a billionaire suit wearing asshole, right? Who wants to divide this world up even further and sell it to their criminal friends on Wall Street, and you think sleeping with 12-year-olds is the way to go about things. You're a piece of shit. I don't care if you're a rando country bumpkin who, I don't know a goddamn thing about, but, I see you on the news and you look like you're 3/4 of a pedophile, and I actually find out you're the full one, and you maybe like abused your spouse, and then, you have a daughter that you sexually abuse. You're a piece of shit. If you're a friend of mine and I find out that you're an abuser, full stop. Not gonna front. I'm a whore. Absolutely. I'm an ethical whore, though, right? Like, anybody knows who wants to know. I get around, man, and I have some fun, an adult fun, with a fair number of people. And everybody in my life, like now, like from when my most recent relationship ended till now, I'm a whore, man, and anybody knows who wants to know that, man. And I get around, I have some fun, but it's safe, it's enjoyable for everybody, and it's consent. Consent is sexy, okay? If you're a whore like me, consent is sexy. To just do something sexually to somebody that don't want it, you're a piece of shit. And that's coming from a guy who is going to be selling content online soon and is going to be making an OnlyFans and who is a whore. That's coming from me. If you're an abuser, if you're a rapist, if you're a non-ethical sex pest, right? Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. There's a reason why I stand on the grounds of, when I see people like fucking Bill Cosby, he's a piece of shit. When I see people like Cardi B and I see people defending her, oh, well, she's a great rapper. She's a rapist, dude. Like, I don't care if you're male, female. I don't care, man. Consent is sexy. The fact Cardi B raped a lot of men back when she was broke just to get money to then try and start her shitty-ass rap career. She's not a great rapper either, by the way. She's trash. But that's neither here nor there. She'd be shitty regardless if she was a rapist or not. Fucking Bill Cosby. I'm not gonna front. I think The Cosby Show is one of the worst shows in history, and I thought that even before he was a piece of shit. Honest to God, he's not a great actor. He's a fucking dickhead, and he's a rapist. So, fuck Bill Cosby, and fuck Dustin. He didn't actually rape anybody, but goddamn he might. And he's definitely a sexual abuser. He abused one of my friends, and I don't care who you are. Male, female, I don't care if you're a billionaire. I don't care if you're some rando. I don't care if you're one of my friends. If you turn out to be an abuser or a rapist, you can go fuck yourself directly straight to hell. Again, I'm a whore, but you have to be ethical about it, I'm not gonna front. Yes, my DMs are open, but consent is sexy, dude. Absolutely. You gotta consent to shit. You gotta make sure people are comfortable with it. You can't just fucking do shit. That's not okay. I'm all for if you want to be a whore. Absolutely. Be an ethical whore. Be good about it. Be safe about it. Don't be a fucking... I'm not gonna mince words, and if you have to bleep it, I'm sorry. Do it if you want, but don't be a fucking cunt. Full stop. It's not fucking cool. And if you are, go to fucking hell. You can be a whore and be good about it. Like yours truly. Just saying.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a person myself when it comes to the situation. I'm pretty much all these guys here for a long time, and seeing this shit happen, it really does. And decisions have to be made, and if you take it far, then I don't know if you deserve to have like kind of platform things. So we made the decision. Decision's final.
We did make the executive decision, yes, and I wanna ask, if Dustin is listening to this, I wanna ask you a question, my old friend. What do you think Taylor Swift would think about you, huh? You're a big Taylor Swift fan. What do you think Taylor Swift would think about you? What do you think, your Faye Fallon Henley, who liked some of your Instagram stories, what do you think she'd think about you, huh? What do you think, man? I don't think they'd like you very much.
Yeah.
So, think about that. Really do some fucking soul searching,
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think now that that's been the case, I think, it's gonna be hard to transition to something much lighter sort of thing, but, I think we can make this shit work here. So, yeah, to get to the main focus of the podcast, that, of course, being Full Gear this weekend, live on the pay-per-views.
live and in living color.
I'll tell you, this card is looking very good and very stacked, and I'm very excited about it. So, I think we'll start off, of course, with the non-title matches, and I think we'll start things off with the Bastard Pac taking on Darby Allin. Now, of course, this is a continuation of the whole Riders versus Conglomeration story, which recently had the Blood match, and this match was kind of spawned in a way by one of the most ridiculous spots I think I've ever seen, where fucking Darby just out here is flaming tables. I don't know.
And it wasn't even like a normal flaming table spot. Like, they were on top of the tunnel. And fucking Darby got fucking military press off the tunnel through a flaming table, which just got lit like half a second before you fell through it. It was based.
Yeah, like, Jesus Christ. That is just insane. That was the most ridiculous spots we've seen. So, this is definitely going to be a crazy one. Beast, I think I'll start with you here. Who have you got between Pac and Darby Allin?
Man, this match is going to be fun. I wish it was not a singles match. I wish, because, Darby went through a fucking flaming table off a fucking military press off the stage, dude. Like, off the tunnel, off the stage. Like, this should be like a no-holds-barred match. I don't know. That's just me. It's singles, like, going from yeeting Darby through a flaming fucking table to then being like, oh, singles match with countouts and rope breaks. Seems a little odd to me. There was definitely a lazy booking decision there. I think you should have definitely done another stipulation on this where it could have furthered the story a little bit. Some people argue that, oh, well, no holds barred and shit, they're able to use a lot of weapons and shit. That's lazy booking. Well, in a way, yes, if the story doesn't match it, right? Well, the story matches this, so to go in the opposite direction for it, it really don't make no sense. So I think it should have been like a no holds barred match or something, Like, I think that should have been real rad. Whoever I got, though, I got Darby, dude. Absolutely. Bro went through a flaming table. I think he's got to get, his win back, even though, he didn't lose at the pay-per-view. I say pay-per-view, it was on fucking free TV, but at Blood and Guts. His team won, but, he got yeeted through a fucking flaming goddamn table. So, in a way, he did lose, because then he got lit on fucking fire. So, Darby, I think, should win here. And then I think maybe that should then lead to maybe like a no-holds-barred match or something with Pac. I don't know, dude. Like, going from a flaming table spot to then a regular-ass submission, or not submission match, regular-ass singles match. Not a good look. I think it should... Whoa, excuse me. Okay, I just started dying. I think it should have been no holds barred. But I got Darby. Absolutely. 1,000%. I think Darby should win here.
Fair enough. I'm Steve. I'll go next. Who have you got between Pac and Allin?
Oh man, these two always put on a clinic. There's something about especially Darby. Darby will do literally anything. You want a spot, you want something extreme. Darby doesn't think done and done. And the Pac, the bastard Pac, especially this one. He's extreme, he's tough, he's this badass, and they're a perfect pairing. You put them together. Uh, uh, Everything that happened at Blood and Guts, especially especially because Darby he's always kind of been that guy that's always been favored to win the world title someday, and he needs a lot of momentum going into whenever that day does come. So I'm gonna go with Darby.
Yeah, fair enough. Balor, who between Allen and Pac?
I got the Darbinator. I like Pac. He's great. He's cool. He's awesome. He's a bastard. We all know that. But it's fucking Darby Allin. This dude went through a flaming table. This dude got done having a freaking death match with Jon Moxley. This is Darby Allin we're talking about, people. Darby 100% is going to win this match. I'm just glad he's away from away from Jon Moxley. So there's that. I think it's gonna be a very fun match. It really is. Like Steve said, Darby, he can throw himself to the wind and stuff like that. He's insane. He's incredible to watch. Pac is great. He looks very weird with short hair and the whole weird attire and stuff. But it's so badass and cool, but also kind of weird. But hey, it's still Pac. He's amazing. And besides that, I got the Darbinator win. Darby Allin, 100%.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Who am I? I think it's pretty obvious to say that this 100% a Darby victory. I mean, the fact that he threw a freaking flaming title, it's like Darby is the kind of guy who is willing to do anything at this point. Like, oh, we need you to do show and set, and just and that's what we love about Darby. He's willing to do everything, even like not idea him to be doing. Like, I think that's just the deal of him. He's got that mid-2000s era sort of adrenaline to him.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the days of like Tony Hawk's Pro and Jazz and Bam and that kind of thing.
Hey,
So,
no cap, Darby, I need you as my stunt double if I ever become an actor.
Oh God, hell yeah!
Oh yeah, for sure. Look, I do like Pac. Pac has been, he's been doing pretty decent as a for the Death Rise, but yeah, absolutely, it's a Darby Allin victory, 100%. And
what I also realized about Darby as well, sorry to interrupt, is that, when he does these crazy ass spots, the dude's straight edge. So like he doesn't take the edge off afterwards by downing a beer or, fucking taking some fucking painkiller, whatever, dude. Like he sits with it and just lets it heal. Like he doesn't fucking down like half a bottle of painkillers afterwards because he's a pillhead. He doesn't fucking down fucking 3 bottles of Jack Daniels to, because alcohol is like it cures pain. Like I don't know what the term is for it, but like I'm tired. It cures pain. Like it helps numb. Yeah, it numbs pain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or neutralizes it.
Yeah. Darby don't do that. Bro's straight edge, dude. So like he does all this. I was gonna say dumb, but yes, dumb, crazy, insane shit, and then just sits with it and lets it heal. Like, what a fucking guy! Like,
he's a
legend.
He's crazy for that. Just will take all these spots, and yet is the pain. That's insane. But
Face Darby.
Yeah, but speaking of the whole Death Riders conglomeration story, and well, you have hoping for a Nichols Bar type stipulation with Darby and Pac. Well, turns out someone else knows that stipulation as we get ourselves a no holds barred match between Jon Moxley and Kyle O'Reilly. Yes, the whole Riders conglomeration story after Blood and Guts is still going on because, I mean, fuck. This is just wild as fuck. You guys have a great history with each other. But something about this story has really somehow worked with just whole crazy. Oh, yeah, let's elevate the stakes, make it crazier and crazier. And it's just insane. Like, I don't know what else to say. So, I'll go with you first. Who have you got with Jon Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly.
You know, this is when this was announced last night on Dynamite, Wednesday on Dynamite, on Thursday. I was like, I'm a big fan of Kyle O'Reilly. First of all, let me say that big fan of Kyle, big fan of Mox. When these two collided, but for I think twice now, it's always ended in disqualification or Moxley being a coward ass pussy. With him slapping the referee, getting DQ, whatever it may be, it shows Mox is vulnerable. There's no king without his throne. He don't have his throne anymore. He don't have the AEW World Championship. The only thing he has right now is his dignity. And Cool Kyle's about to take that away. The shot, like I want my boys to come here, Steeps and Beast here, coming in, like that shot of Kyle inside the cage, all bloodied up and shit. That was a incredible sight to see with him
dope.
giving Mox the finger and all that, and him tapping out John inside the cage. Like, oh my gosh, like that entire blood and guts was fun. The just I'm very excited to see because both these dudes are violent as hell. They're insane. They're incredible at what they do, and legit. This is where Kyle gets his finally gets win over John, his much needed win over John, and honestly, moving on from Darby Allin, now Kyle O'Reilly being the one to face John Moxley. It's a cool thing because, like, you got two people who literally are legit badasses and freaking killers. So dude, like, I'm very excited. Who I got winning? Like I said, I got Cool Kyle O'Reilly all the way. And maybe this is where you end the death where I was going to start seeing, maybe Mox isn't all that cool that he makes it out to be. And you kick him to the curb. We shall see, but I'm going with Kyle O'Reilly.
Ooh, I like your thinking there. Hey, who of you with Kyle O'Reilly versus John Moxley?
Here's the problem I have with this match, and it's going to be a great match, but it's no holds barred. This stipulation should have been on Pac and Darby. This match, because, yes, anybody who knows Kyle O'Reilly, obviously he was in Ring of Honor. He's done some fucking, like, he's not a deathmatch guy, but he's done some no holds barred matches in Ring of Honor and NXT in the past. But he's not a deathmatch guy, and no holds barred is different than John Moxley's no holds barred. When you're in a no holds barred match with John Moxley, it turns into a pseudo death match. Kyle O'Reilly is not a deathmatch guy. I have seen him bleed buckets in Ring of Honor. I have seen him do some gnarly ass shit in Ring of Honor and NXT. I have never seen Kyle O'Reilly bleed as much as he did in Blood and Guts. That was the most I have ever seen Kyle O'Reilly bleed, and I never usually get worried for wrestlers' safety because they're professionals. I know they're doing what they're doing. Kyle, when he was getting cut up with like that, like it was like a 2x4 with like a piece of metal or glass on it, and he was getting cut on his ear.
What was that? Like, holy crap.
Anybody else, I would have kind of been like, oh yeah, whatever. Like anybody else in that match, right? It's Kyle O'Reilly. I was like, ooh, dude. Ooh. Even Roddy, I would have been a little like, ooh. Because they're not deathmatch guys, man. I was a little shocked to see Kyle do that. So this, I know why he's doing it. So we can be like, I'm not just a pure guy, right? Like I can do the wicked hardcore shit too. I've done a little bit of hardcore shit in the past, but I can really step on the gas pedal with the hardcore shit if I need to. That's cool, man. But you kind of already proved that at Blood and Guts by scaring the fucking dog shit out of me. So please, Kyle, please don't die. Like, you're cool. I don't want to see you fucking die, dude. Like, please don't. That would suck. You're cool as fuck. Like, don't go the extra mile and have to retire, dude. Because, like, Kyle, he's been doing this shit for a while, and he's not a deathmatch guy, and he hasn't done a lot of super, super, super hardcore shit. And the super, super, super hardcore shit takes a fucking toll on you. And if you haven't done that shit a lot before, your body's not used to it. So, like, I don't know, man. I would have preferred this stipulation to be on Darby and Pac. This should have been a pure rules match, where it should have been Kyle being like, hey, Mox, you carved me up in Blood and Guts. Now you got to play by my rules, motherfucker. Now it's a pure rules match, and Kyle would have out-wrestled John Moxley. And he would have made him tap again. John would have gotten pissed, and then that could have led to a death match. I don't know. Doing that here, where I think Pac and Darby would have fit it better, because Darby went through a fucking flaming table? I don't know, man. That's just me. It's still going to be a rad match. I actually have John Moxley going over. I think Moxley's going to win here. I would like to see Kyle go over. I don't think it's going to happen because I think John's going to be real pissed that he was made to tap out, maybe be tapped out by Kyle O'Reilly. I don't know. I got John Moxley going over. But I just don't think this should have been no holds barred. I think this should have been a pure rules match, really lean into what Kyle's all about, more like technical style, and have him out wrestle John Moxley and John get even more pissed. Have him get even more pissed, and then have that lead to like a death match at the next pay-per-view. But hey ho, I'm not the booker, but kind of wish I was sometimes, but that's neither here nor there.
You're a good booker, though. You're a good booker.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, not like sidebar, not like I booked anything in the past. Oh wait,
Exactly. Totally.
Oh, wait,
he hasn't
I
booked
have.
anything.
Yeah. Deep, who have you got? The no hold barred match, Moxley O'Reilly.
I want them to shoot the life out of each other. Like, you look at those, and honestly, yeah, Mox is a little bit more of that. Like, he's that guy. Like, Mox can get more brutal. Like, but I really think someone like Kyle could especially hold his own. They both have legit backgrounds in some type of martial arts outside of pro wrestling, and there's gonna be a lot of blood. It's gonna look like a scene out of Halloween's past, but like it's gonna look like a scene out of a horror movie. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a great match regardless. I honestly don't mind who wins out of this one, but I'm gonna go with Kyle.
Ooh, that's interesting to go for. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one for sure. Like, obviously, it is the continuation of the Death Fires commemoration story with an awesome and O'Reilly. Like, already they're showing a very good amount of chemistry with each other. Yeah, I think these two will put on a hell of a match. And I mean, for Kyle O'Reilly to show that, yeah, he can hang Moxley in Moxley's sort of hardcore environment, trying to break Moxley down for sure. That does make some level of sense. Now, yes, it'd be better if it was like a different like, yeah. I think for the way this is going, I think this will work out in the end. Got Kyle O'Reilly win. Well, it does make sense for Kyle to get the win. Although, I think with the match be quite interesting, as I think we are going to see John Moxley kicked out of the difference. I think it's gonna happen here. Because he didn't get it out in guts, even though where every fall is gonna be. So, I think this is the moment where Marina Shafir officially becomes the leader of Death Riders. That's to be the direction we're going in for Marina to be the lead, so it would be quite.
Oh, honestly, that would be good. If you want me to butt into, I was sorry for interrupting, but I think Beast is probably gonna get this one. And for people who watch the old school Ring of Honor, if you have not watched this match, highly recommend going back and watching it. Beast, give me for a sec. If you guys remember, in 2012, I believe, Kyle O'Reilly faced Adam Cole in a hybrid fighting rules match.
Yep.
A freaking violent, like Adam Cole's teeth legit got like knocked out, legit, like shoot style. Like that, they were legit shooting on each other. Obviously work shoot, but still they were legitimately shooting on each other. That I would have had this match here with John Moxley be hybrid fighting rules. Because that match, and I've seen it, it is brutal to watch. Awesome. And I would, with the styles that Mox and John have, that would have worked so perfectly for this right here. The stipulation, like, again, if you have not seen it, please go. It's on YouTube somewhere. Go watch it. It is good. I would have had hybrid fighting rules here. That would have been so good.
That is a deep cut. That is a real deep cut for you to think, man. Wow, I not expect you to get that deep with it.
It's brutal.
It's awesome.
It is a brutal match. Oh, it's good. It's legit. It shows the background of Kyle. He's got Brazilian jiu-jitsu. He's a black belt. This dude can go. He's legit. MMA background. This dude does not play around.
I think we won't play around this match. But speaking of the Death Rising, I mean, this next match, I think it should be quite an interesting one. It is a fatal four-way team match. 4 teams, 1 match, with the winning team getting to choose a stipulation for their match in the Women's Tag Title Tournament. It is the teams of Toni Storm and Shirakawa versus Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir versus Willow Nightingale and Holly Cameron versus Julia Hart and Sky Blue. Oh boy, that's a lot of people in one match. But I mean, AEW's been building this women's team division, and so far with this tournament, they did a pretty decent job. And after this, that was the first ever women's blood, which, by God, that was one of the craziest matches I've seen in a long time. It's like, yeah, this is going to be in freaking set. Oh boy, I don't know what to put with this. Steve, I'll with you first. Who have you got in the four-way for, well, the stipulation?
This is one hell of a match. So that's all I'm going to put it as. Loaded with talent. And I don't really think there's a wrong answer when it comes to this one, you know? It's hard to choose from, but because I like one person in this tag team, the other not so much. Because of the Mina fan, the fan that I am in Mina, I'm going to go with her and Toni Storm.
Ooh, that's interesting. HeelBalor, who have you got with the four-way tag team match?
Very incredible talent in this match. I'll give him that. I'm not so keen about AEW women's tag belts just yet. I think they should have waited a little bit. Well, I wouldn't say waited, but done a little bit different. But that's just me. That's just me. I can't wait to see who is crowned the inaugural champion. Honestly, I'm fine with either one winning. I wouldn't mind. I'm very torn between either the Sisters of Sin, which I love, Sky Blue and Julia Hart, and of course, Mina Shirakawa and Toni Storm. Yeah, Toni Storm. I'm the biggest Toni Storm fan, of course, but Mina's awesome, and Mariah misses you, by the way. Anyways, in all seriousness, I'm gonna go with State's pick. I'm gonna pick Mina Shirakawa and Toni Storm to get the win in this match.
Ooh, that's interesting. And big of you got a four-way tag team match.
I'm also going with the timeless love bombs, man. I think Toni and Mina are definitely going to get the win here. And hey, man, as much as WWE has left a bad taste in my mouth with women's tag stuff, AEW, on the flip side of that coin, they're really starting to put their asses into gear with it. I thought it was just going to flounder like the Feds did, but hey, man, I'm incredibly surprised. And I'm still a little on the fence about it. I remember I said on Twitter that I was like, man, this was like every bit of maybe a month or two ago. I was like, man, I don't know. I feel like Han Solo, I got a bad feeling about this, but they're not doing too shabby. I'm going to give it a little more time. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, it's great, because they still got shit to prove, So we're going to find out, man. We're going to super find out. I hope this turns out to be a great thing for AEW, because they can really, really use this as a vehicle to prove that they are the big alternative in the second biggest wrestling company in the world. They can prove that by having really good women's tag wrestling, and something that WWE has never really had. Like, they had it a little bit way, 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 way back when, in was it the WWF days, in the 70s a little bit? It was Mae Young and Fabulous Moolah, right? Fuck Fabulous Moolah too, by the way. She's a piece of shit. I think they were women's tag champs at some point. I could be wrong.
I mean, I know about the bloody Glamour Girls and Bomb Angels.
Yeah, WWE's never really had a good track record with women's tag stuff. They've tried, but it's always kind of floundered. AEW, I will give them half a point. They're actually trying, and that is more than I can say for WWE. So if this turns out to be great, you have successfully proved me wrong. I will gladly eat my words alphabet soup style, but we're going to find out if we get there in due time, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yes. It's always a matter of time. Honestly, for me, when it comes like the women's tag titles, I am very much impressed with doing it. Yes, some of the teams obviously had made up as like random picks, and obviously there were injuries, changed up plans, but I think that has definitely helped to like elevate the vision in a way to be like, oh, anything can happen here. You know what? I'm intrigued to see how it all plays out. Now, in terms of the team I think is going to get this 4-way and are going to get the stipulation match, I think I'm going to go with everyone else, and I'm going to say Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa. I think, realistically, out of all the teams left for the tag title tournament, I don't know, man. I can really see Toni and Mina being the first champions, which I know will piss off some people, but it's Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa. What more do you want, people? A yacht? Sorry, we can't get you a
I can
yacht.
legit see a scenario where they do win. I can definitely see a scenario where they do become the inaugural tag champs. Which is a pretty good start for the tag team titles. You know, I would not mind it. Like, as much as I can't stand Toni Storm, you know, I wouldn't mind, you know, them being the inaugural champs. Or the Sisters of Sin. Like, legit, I am a big fan of Julia Hart and Sky Blue. And again, shout out to Sky Blue inside of Blood and Guts. Like, holy crap. Jeez.
Nah, bro, that wasn't Sky Blue. That wasn't Sky Blue, bro. That was Sky Red.
Yeah.
Sky Red. Holy shit, that woman bled. And she remember they panned the camera to her. Her and Kyle O'Reilly freaking, good God, just. I remember afterwards they beaten up Toni Storm and Mina. And afterwards, after they're done, they pan the camera over to like the heels, and she's just and yet Sky Blue just smirking at the camera and smiling. I'm like, you're a badass.
Smirking, smiling at the camera, covered in her own fucking hemoglobin, like crimson fucking mask, base Sky Blue style is crazy, dude. She's awesome.
Wait, what? 5 minutes into the match, and she's drenched in blood. And she took a power bomb through a table that didn't even break twice. And what a badass! Holy crap! Jeez.
Yeah, I can't get that. That shit was just insane. Boy, I tell you, this next matchup, I don't know if it'll be just as insane. It is another multi-person matchup, although the stakes are a little bit higher, such as this match is for $1 million. Yes, it is
Yes.
It is a $1 million match. I can't get over the fact that's for $1 million freaking dollars. It's the team of Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express, Jungle Jack Perry, and Luchasaurus, or did I actually say Jungle Perry? Or just Jack Perry? I don't know what the fuck they're calling this. Just
JJP. Call him JJP.
yeah, JJP! That'll work!
JJP.
Yeah! They're taking on the team of the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander. Yeah!
Yay!
We are continuing the whole Young Bucks, oh, we need money thing. And crash out of
sidebar. Can we stop doing this type of match? I understand they're trying to get people on the card, but me and my boys here have talked about this before. It's getting a little bit annoying. Can we stop doing these money matches, please?
Overplayed.
God, enough.
That and the All-Star tag matches on free TV. Like, I'm over it.
Stop, please.
I do find it just the idea of a match for $1 million. Like,
yes,
what are you gonna do with
it is very Dr. Evil.
Did they actually get the money? Or is this obviously in kayfabe? Did they actually get the money?
I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, I mean, Tony's dad's a billionaire, so maybe. But like,
This is like fucking this is like MMA. You get the bonuses.
Yeah, true. I
it'd
was
be
just
real
wondering what
rad
the
as if like
stipulation
they
there.
open a duffel bag, they go tight on the money, and it's like fake $100 bills, and it's like to teach kids about money when they're in elementary school, like the fake, yeah, like the Monopoly money
man,
style.
Tony got
God.
face on it.
Tony
Yeah.
Bucks if he
Yeah.
pays.
Tony Bucks.
Make that a real big A shop. I would buy it.
That shit
They're
would
gonna
cook.
freaking make it after we say that shit. They're gonna freaking make that Tony Bucks.
Just him smiling on the front.
Oh
With the
my.
finger pointing and stuff that he does at the.
That would be
Oh, God.
amazing.
Okay, I
Beast.
would legitimately buy that.
Yeah.
Good.
Beast, two of you with $1 million trade match.
I don't know, man. I love Josh Alexander, right? Here's my thing. I used to be a big fan of the Young Bucks too back in the day. I've kind of soured on him over time. Josh Alexander is fantastic. I don't like that he's thrown in this fucking Don Callis Young Buck shit all the time. Like he needs his own. He came into a huge pop against Hangman and they did fuck all with him. I don't know, man. Like I think Josh Alexander should he have gone to AEW, sure, but not in the way that he did, or like he should have gone to like New Japan or All Japan or fucking MLW. Like I don't know, dude. Like
Yeah, MLW. Shout out to MLW.
big shouts out to MLW.
Or even like
I don't know,
when he
man. That's
wrestling Noah.
yeah, Noah. Like I don't
Ooh.
know, dude. Like whatever. And I'm glad he's in AEW. He just should have come on better terms. Like I don't know, dude. It's just I hate to see him being floundered like this because he's fucking real dope. As for who I got winning, it's gonna be the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander, but I would really like to see Jurassic Express and Kenny win just for the funnies. But I got Josh Alexander and Young Bucks winning. Also, not a huge fan of Jurassic Express anymore either. They've grown old on me. They've gone moldy on me, dude. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Jurassic Express anymore. They had their time. I'm over it. I know. Like you can be like, oh man, he hates fun. He hates the Young Bucks broke Bucks story, and he thinks that's overplayed, and he doesn't like Jurassic Express, and he doesn't think that Kyle and fucking Moxley should be no holds barred. I don't hate fun, man. I just don't. I don't like Jurassic Express anymore. Like I used to really be a big fan.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, I don't know if you could hear that or not, but it was Steve just played the "Oh brother, this guy stinks" fucking soundbite from SpongeBob. Yeah, man, I don't know. I've grown sour on the fucking Jurassic Express shit. Grown a bit sour on the Young Bucks. Sorry, but I do got Bucks and Josh Alexander winning. Absolutely.
Yeah, fair enough on that. Steve, who have you got with the $1 million videos match?
To hell with all of them. Give us the money. We'll split it like $250,000 each. How about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Based.
Yes.
Yes. I need it. Give me now.
Please.
I'm saving up for a
We're in
gaming
car
PC,
trouble
bro.
right now.
And I'm also
We're
saving
in
up to
car
move the
trouble
fuck
right
out of
now,
this shitty ass country. So give it. Yes, please.
Give me that.
Yeah. We'll make our own. We'll make our own trios team right here. One of us will manage the other three, and we'll be in the match.
Yeah.
What was the fucking the song from like SmackDown versus Raw? I'm rich, bitch. Money in the bank. Shawty, what you drank? Yeah.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, another thing, like Matt and Nick, you're no longer young, and if you're in need of money, then you don't have bucks. So really, shouldn't you guys be called like fucking old poverty or something? I don't know.
It's nuts.
Oh my god.
There's no. I hate seeing the Bucks win anything. Like respectfully, for your hardcore ass fan base out there that's gonna be ripping this to shreds, I really don't like the Bucks winning anything. Like seriously. So I'm gonna go with Kenny and Jurassic Express.
Ooh, definitely a good way to look there. HeelBalor.
I'd love this more if it was real quick. I'd love this more if it was a singles match between Kenny and Josh. That shit would cook.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Oh yes.
Yeah. How who you got? One million trios match.
Like Steve said, can we just have the money? We'll call them loser bucks. L bucks. I don't know. Heel bucks, steep bucks, beast bucks. We'll come up with our
Beast
own
Bucks.
thing. Yeah, beast bucks or steep bucks. It just shows how much we really don't care about this match. I'm sure it's gonna be fun. Don't be wrong, but just I don't like the Young Bucks. I just, Josh Alexander's my guy from TNA. He's just, I can't stand the Don Callis family. Enough. No more. No one see your bald face and your bald head on TV and freaking everyone else in that stable outside
Man,
Carl
Dr. Mr. Crocker, go hunt for fairies.
Exactly. Jeez Louise.
Like the only one that stay we would probably want to see again is Andrade, and that's for obvious reasons.
True. Jeez Louise, just yeah. I mean, again, the Bucks. We already know my dislike for them. I'm cool, I guess, with Jurassic Express. I mean, it was cool to see them back. Like if they ever said the welcome, there are times I'll sometimes chuckle, but it's not as cool as it used to be. Kenny Omega, love him, still love him. I'm just glad he's okay after his entire diverticulitis thing. God bless that man. This will be just fun, just see how Kenny Omega and the Bucks interact. That's really the whole reason this story even exists, honestly. And that's, in my opinion, that's really it. It should be a fun match, though, but it's just there. Kenny Omega and the Jurassic
You know what I just
dinosaur.
realized?
What's up?
The Young Bucks, fucking Jack Perry. All you're missing is Hangman. Why does this match with those about 3-4 people involved? Why does this match seem like a fuck you to Punk? You got fucking Jack Perry with the Young Bucks in this.
Oh God, imagine. Oh Lord. Oh
I
God.
don't know. Something to throw together. Why don't I make fucking
World.
conspiracy theories while I'm at it?
Yeah, there you go. I'm going with the Omega Express, I guess. That's what we're gonna call them now from now on. The Omega Express. I don't know. There you go. The Omega Express are going to win. There you go.
Yeah, they're gonna win against fucking Josh Alexander with elderly poverty.
Oh God. Yeah. I might really be the only just kind of kinda invested in this stuff. I'll just wait to see the moment when Young Bucks finally have that big crash out. That seems to be what we're building, just like Young Bucks with a big crash out. Cause they've been taking all this shit from everything, and they're when are they gonna crash out? When are they gonna have crash out moment where they're just all right, we're done, turtles, or something like that. That's the with this. I mean, look, I'm glad to see Kenny's back. It's so good to see Omega back, as it's Kenny fucking Omega, one of the greatest to ever do it, and still go. So it's yeah, of course I'm excited for Kenny Omega. Jack Perry, I still am kind of surprised how he's back as a babyface sort of thing. Story being oh, you guys betrayed me, so I've got Luchasaurus back now, and that kind of thing. Now Luchasaurus betrayed, now he's back. It is so weird, so crazy, and yeah, John Alexander, which, I mean, that's a bad thing. Oh, it's there, but I'm at least glad to see Josh Alexander doing something, because it's Josh fucking Alexander, one of the best wrestlers who ever do it in the modern day. And god damn, I wish he signed with bloody NXT, but it is what it is. Shit happens. He signed with AEW, and now he's been doing not much. But hey, at least it gives him an opportunity to something. So at least there's that. I got winning this match for $1 million. Well, I think it's simple. It's Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express who get the win. This is where the Bucks finally have their rage quit, their cash out of thing, and walk out. If it's like a kayfabe walk out where like, oh, we won't see him for like months, sort of like, oh, they're leaving the company. I don't care at this point. I don't know at this point. Just, when are you going to do the thing? Like, that's kind of the point of the whole sort of Bucks losing all their money story. Like, when are you going to fucking do the thing? So, yeah, it is what it is. And it's definitely something that was not really people had. Not people, but you know, it gets them on the card at least. So, but speaking of getting people on the card, and now we move on to the championship matches. So, first one of them is actually something a little bit interesting here. We have ourselves a casino gauntlet match. But what is the gauntlet match for? Well, it's crowned the first ever AEW National Champion. Not international champion, national champion. I mean, it's interesting how they're going like this more heritage route for this new title, just going more school wrestling with like the legacy and the names of the national title. So I do like that kind of idea, but the fact that AEW has got so many belts at this point, and in fact, we're already getting a new one with the women's titles, feels a little bit much to introduce another championship, but I mean, we get the problem with that. So, all companies, if you're gonna put in so many freaking belts, then we'll have to fully talk about it, because come on, guys, we're gonna put in that many. But yeah, out so far match at the time of recording is Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, Rick Ray, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Kevin Knight. So there's a bit of talent in this match. So yeah, I think if you HeelBalor, announced or unannounced, what I think the national title, who you got? Casino Gauntlet.
You know, another championship, just as long as it's good, I guess. Like I don't know. Unless this is their way of getting rid of the continental and the national, whatever the heck belts Okada has, which don't get rid of the international champions. That thing is pretty and beautiful. That thing is amazing. Don't get rid of it. The continental belt that can go away, or the unified, but what are the belts Okada has?
It's the unified title.
Unified title, yeah. The unified title. That thing can go away unless they're like bringing this. I don't know why are we. There's so many belts. Just unless you have a plan for this thing, I hope they do. But if you don't, this is stupid. But in all seriousness, I am intrigued to see what the design looks like. I'm a big fan of championship titles. These guys know that. What it's gonna look like and who's presented to. Now I'll get to that. Who do I think can enter this? I have no idea. I don't have any predictions on who I think is going to be showing up or anything, but I do have a prediction on the winner. I'm going with Ricochet. I am going with Ricochet. This dude, since he got to AEW, has really just been treated like a clown until he turned heel. And when he found his voice and he found his footing, which again, oh, Ricochet can't carry a company. Yeah, Ricochet can't carry. Oh, he's this and that. This dude carried Lucha Underground for a few years as Lucha Underground World Champ and all the other things as well. So Ricochet can carry a company. We move. Shout out to Ring of Honor, by the way. Ring of Honor. Shout out to Lucha Underground, by the way, and Prince Puma. And Killshot. I wonder where Killshot is. Anyways, in all seriousness, Ricochet, I think, would make a great pick for the Continental Champion. In my opinion, he's long overdue for a championship he got in AEW. Him and the Gates of Agony have been doing very well, in my opinion. And just one of his biggest fans is in this Losers Lounge right now as we speak. I won some for my friend Steeps. He's a big Ricochet fan. I love Ricochet as well. I'm sure everyone here loves Ricochet. And just come on, man, give him something. Please give Ricochet the win. He's my pick. I'm going with the King of Flight, Ricochet.
Ooh, I like the sounds of that. What do you think of the championship and who you for the Casino Gauntlet?
I apologize that I have a high chew in my mouth right now, but The national championship, yeah. Way too many titles, man. What's kind of the point? I don't know. It feels very like New Japan, how they're doing it too. Like when New Japan like unified the fucking V4 of the IWGP Heavyweight title and the Intercontinental title, and then they unified those. And now they're having another match at Wrestle Kingdom for the new IWGP title and the TV title, I believe. So what the fuck? I don't know. It seems very odd. Again, I apologize. I'm eating a haichu. But who I got winning, I have two predictions for you. One is a person who's already in it. One is a person who is not. Sidebar. I hope Speedball is actually in this match, given what happened on Wednesday. I hope he's all right. I hope it's like not like a super bad concussion or he didn't break anything. His match with Shelton Benjamin had a spot where it looks like he got fucked up. So I hope Speedball's all good. Secondly, I have Ricochet. That is my prediction for who is in it. Ricochet, I think, definitely deserves a title, and if he's going to get one, it's going to be a new title. And he'll push that title to the fucking stratosphere. And then he'll lose it to like a nice up-and-coming star, put somebody over. I think that'd be real rad for Ricochet to finally get one of his crowning moments, you know. 2, my second prediction. A person who is not announced. A person who we have not seen in a little bit, not in AEW, but just in wrestling in general. A person who left New Japan a little while ago and who hasn't cropped up anywhere since. A person I thought might have been retired, and I really hope he's not. The leader of LIJ.
Ew, I know he's talking about.
Tetsuya motherfucking Naito.
Oh, that would
Yes.
be amazing.
Now, again, he ain't announced. I could be wrong. He could be retired for all we know, and that's fine. Dude's been doing it for a while. He deserves a nice retirement. But he hasn't said, I don't think he said anything. I haven't like kept up on like his socials or anything. I don't know if he's like said anything about what he's doing or
he hasn't said nothing. Yeah, he hasn't
it's
said
kind of
anything.
been radio silence. So it's kind of like radio silence. So I think he should pop up here and win the title. That's just me. But if he's not, if that surprise doesn't happen, 1,000% Ricochet. 100. I said 1,000%, 1,000,000%, $1 million%. Yes, Ricochet is the fucking man.
Ooh, that's some good thing there. And Steve, what do you think of the national championship and who you got Casino Gauntlet?
Like these boys said, dude, more belts. You know, sometimes more isn't merrier. You don't really need this many titles, but I love championship title belts. You know, they're my favorite, you know, reward thing that's being given out, you know. But yeah, medals and trophies and rings are cool, but dude, I love belts. Like I just love having belts, you know. As far as this, for someone announced, I think it's obvious. It's been already said now numerous times. Ricochet. As far as the surprise, who, if this person does show up, I do think that they would win it. I'm gonna go with on this day he sees clearly.
Oh,
I think
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay,
Edge would
already
go
superstar.
for if he is a surprise or something. I feel like he'd be winning it.
ooh, that's really interesting. You're thinking with Adam Copeland. That's some interesting thinking there. With me with the national title, it's like AEW's got so many belts. It's like, why do you need to add another belt? Like I said, the history of the national title. But then again, the national title still exists today in the NWA. So it's like, getting your own version type with that. It's not the same lineage, not the same sort of legacy. So it's like, why? I don't blame them. Plus, considering one of the matches later on in the card, which we will get to eventually, I do wonder if there's another reason why they introduced introducing this champion, but I'll get to that when we get to it later. But who have I winning? Well, I don't really know anyone who would be a surprise entrant type thing. Like, my mind thought about, oh, maybe they could do, like, last U.S. appearance for bloody Hiroshi Tanahashi to show up thing, but he wouldn't, obviously, but just last sort of, like, surprise appearance, but I don't think that's gonna really happen really quickly. So, honestly, I'm going with what these guys said. I'm going with Ricochet because, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, the demand has been such a good table that, like, honestly, this would be a time to start giving the demand some champion. So, yeah, I'm down for that. I'm down for Ricochet in the gauntlet. It just makes sense. It just does. So, yeah. Right, speaking of mid-card titles, this is one thing a little crazy and more interesting. It is Mark Briscoe taking on the Protostar Fletcher for the TNT Championship. But with an interesting stipulation is not only is this match a no DQ match, but if Mark Briscoe loses, he must join the Dawn Palace family. They might be getting number. Oh boy, the world's largest wrestling table might get larger. But I mean, come on, Mark Briscoe, two absolute best. Like, you know, there's gonna be a good match. Who have you got with this matchup?
Honestly, I don't even know what to say. Everybody else has gone far beyond out of the box for me to say anything. But in a legit note, I really want Mark Briscoe winning. Winning something, winning the title. I really think he's deserved it. After everything he's been through and just being this, he has that work ethic and he goes through so much. And he's still here. He's fighting every day, and you see who Mark Briscoe really is as a person. That dude deserves the world, man. Do I think he's gonna win the belt? No. Kyle Fletcher has done great with the belt. He's had a far better reign than a lot of people in wrestling right now. I honestly can't say that. So many people, the drones out there, finna start droning. But Kyle Fletcher has had a really, really good time being champion. He's had a great run this time around. I could live with that, Don Gallus. I think we all could. On a legit note, he could fuck off somewhere. But yeah, I really I want it to be Mark Briscoe, but I know it's not. I got Kyle Fletcher.
Very interesting there. HeelBalor, I'll go with you next. Who have you got with the TNT match?
I think this is the third match between the two, between Fletcher and Mark Briscoe. Okay, Beast says it better than me. Go ahead, Beast. Beast says it way better than me. He says it way better than me. There you go. Kyle Fletcher. Okay, what's with this coming in a lot of Kyles? Kyle O'Reilly, Kyle Fletcher. Is there anybody else named Kyle? I guess not. I guess it's the only two Kyles we have in the company. Anyways.
This is Kyle. 5 claps.
This is Kyle.
Yes.
Oh, this could be a fun match. Opposite their last match at Forbidden Door. Not Forbidden Door. Wrestle Dream? Wrestle Dream, yeah. Last Central Wrestle Dream was very good. I thought Briscoe was going to win the title, honestly, but nope, didn't happen there. I think this is where he's winning it. I said that Fletch showing a long run, which he has, since I believe July. So that's pretty long. He's been very well as champ, and he's definitely a future world champ in the making. It's Kyle Fletcher, and I guarantee he'll be a great world heavyweight champion for AEW. Mark Briscoe, yeah, we love chicken. We love Mark Briscoe, and rest in peace to his brother Jay Briscoe. I really wish, again, he was with us here, and God, the Briscoes in the AEW tag division. Oh my gosh, would have been great. But besides the fact, friggin' Mark Briscoe, I mean, has really been. This has honestly been somewhat his year, in my opinion, for AEW wise. He had a few with MJF, having a few with Kyle Fletcher. He's just been doing very well for himself this year. I've been enjoying it. I think he deserves to be rewarded here, and that's what I think is going to happen. with Mark Briscoe becoming the TNT champion. Again, with the stipulation added, I guess that means he is going to win. You never know with these stipulations, Joe. If someone wins, you have to do something for the other person. Like in this case, he would have to join the Don Callis family. I don't think that's where they're heading with that because I think that Mark Briscoe is going to win the TNT championship and will move Kyle Fletcher up to the main event scene, which he is more than ready for, in my opinion. So that's what I'm going to go with Mark Briscoe to become the TNT champion.
Ooh, that's pretty good. And Base, who have you got with the TNT title match?
My prediction's a little different. I think, yes, Mark Briscoe does deserve to win the TNT title. But I think Kyle Fletcher's going over. And I will tell you why. I think they're going to do the John Cena Nexus thing with Mark Briscoe. I think they're going to do the Daniel Bryan Wyatt family thing with Mark Briscoe. Kind of take both from a little bit of those, right? I think Kyle's going over. Mark's going to be distraught in the center of the ring like, no, I can't join. Like, and they'll fucking beat his ass and they'll fucking drag him to the back like, you got to join us, motherfucker. Next week, reluctantly, he is part of the Don Callis family. You see him kind of in the back every week, kind of looking more sad. But then, as the weeks go by, you kind of see him start to like it. You kind of see him start to be comfortable in the Don Callis family. Orange Cassidy and Kyle O'Reilly are like, Mark, what's gotten into you, man? What's gotten into you? He's like, this is my new family now. And he like point to him like he's with them. He's like, these are my new family now. You know what, guys? Go away. I got these bastards. I got these sons of bitches right here. I'll take them by myself. And the crowd's like, ooh. And fucking Orange Cassidy and fucking Willow and Kyle, they kind of square up. And Mark's like, guys. I'm good. I just need them to get out of here. This is an inside job. I knew when I lost, I had to join. I'm going to destroy them from the inside out. I got this. Trust me. And Kyle O'Reilly is kind of like reluctant to like shake his hand or fist bump. Mark's like, trust me. How long have you known me? Know me longer than I've known these motherfuckers. Trust me. I'm going to take these guys down. He hugs them, hugs the people in the conglomeration. They do like their handshake or whatever the fuck they do. And then I would like to see these dumb fucking segments where Mark Briscoe is hanging out with the Don Callis family backstage. And later on in the night, he has to like sneak up on one or two members of the Don Callis family, like Metal Gear Solid style, like hiding in a box, throwing pennies and and then like distract them, and he like sneaks up on him and knocks him out or something and takes him out of commission. God. Yeah, like with the redneck kung fu shit, you know, like he like knocks him out and shit. He's like, yeah, and he like fucking takes him out. Like
he's like fucking Sam Puckett from iCarly gets the butter sock or whatever.
Yeah, dude, yeah, like beats of shit, and then after everyone is taken out of commission, and like the fucking like every week after like somebody like gets taken out in the Don Callis family, they're like, where the fuck did they go? Like, and now they're like starting to like get paranoid, like, who's taking us out? Is it somebody in the conglomeration? Is it somebody backstage? We made a lot of enemies. Who could it be? And they're like I would love to see fucking like Don or maybe even Kyle Fletcher or somebody in the Don Callis family do like the meme of the guy with like the conspiracy meme, like he's like pointing to different shit on the wall. You know what I mean? Like red stringing it, you know? Like do that and be like, it could be this guy or it could be this, and like they have to like slap some sense into him. And then after everyone's taken out, Mark Briscoe is sneaking up on the last guy, Kyle Fletcher, to take him out. And Kyle Fletcher turns and he looks and he sees some movement behind him. And he just stays looking the opposite direction. And Mark Briscoe doesn't notice that he looked behind him. He's still shuffling along in like a cardboard box or like has a paper bag covered his head, whatever.
Like this is where
and he goes to jump out and get him. And he
but this is like the point, like use Metal Gear for the sound
yes.
and AEW.
Yes. Yes, dude. Like, and it's got like makes some of it like super dumb, but also makes some of it like actual like entertainment, edgier seat shit. Like this is gonna be like Mark Briscoe sneaking up on him, and he goes to take him out, and Kyle Fletcher sidesteps, and Mark Briscoe goes fucking slamming like into the wall or through like a glass table or something, whatever. And Kyle's like, "I knew it was you, motherfucker. I knew it was you all along. I had a fucking feeling it was you. Now, it's personal. I'm the only one left. You're going to have to kill me to take this title off of me." So, apropos, Texas Death Match at, I don't know,
Grand
All
Slam?
Out, probably that'd be leading up to like one of the bigger pay-per-views next year, whatever. And that is where Mark Briscoe takes the title off of fucking Kyle Fletcher. But have it be a long, slow build. I think that would be real rad. Like, instead of like, oh, giving Mark Briscoe his moment and like making like, yes, make everybody happy, kind of give him like his, I don't want to say 15 minutes of fame, but you know, the internet would pop huge. Like, I don't know. I think that's what wrestling's kind of conditioned to do, and like wrestling fans are conditioned to. Like, when it's somebody's moment and you feel it, you kind of go on Twitter and you're like, or Instagram or whatever, and you're like, come on, give them in their moment. I like to see a nice slow build story. They could do a nice slow build story like that, and that's what I would prefer. So do that instead. Give Mark Briscoe the TNT title, but not here. I'm still gonna pop if Mark wins, absolutely, because he fucking deserves it, absolutely. But I would love to see Kyle Fletcher win, so we have a nice slow build to Mark Briscoe winning the title later on down the line.
Oh, that sounds really damn good.
That's honestly a good story that you could tell.
Yeah. Again, not like I've booked anything before. Oh, wait. I have my universe mode on my YouTube channel, my New Japan Pro Wrestling Custom Universe mode, which I've fallen out of. I need to fucking pick that back up. But that is neither here nor there. I did a lot of good shit with that. You can start binging that on my channel if you'd like. It's fucking pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah. I do like your thinking, sure. Me personally, when it this, honestly, I'm very much enjoying like a lot of stuff that Mark Briscoe has been doing. He has been fantastic, and of course, with being an Australian, even with Carl being from Sydney, yeah, gotta say, love me a little bit, Photo Star, loves what he's been doing so far, and yeah, it's definitely been great. I feel like this story, I feel like the only option for me to make is for Mark to win. Don't get me wrong, it would be funny to see him join family, absolutely, but no, I feel like now is time to pull the trigger a Mark Briscoe TNT title thing and to Kyle Fletcher up to the world title team. And they're probably do Kyle Fletcher versus whoever the champion be at Grand Slam. You know that's gonna be the case, especially in Fletcher's home city of Sydney. So yeah, it's gonna probably be the case. So I Briscoe with the TNT title here. But if this has definitely been quite an interesting lineup, and this match, oh, I don't really know what to think of this one. In my opinion, the AEW Tag Team Championships, it's Nito, Brody King, and Bandido defending against the Revolt, FTR. Of course, Stokely is going to be there, and I don't know.
I forgot that's what FTR stood for originally.
Yeah. I don't really know what to say when it comes to this fucking shit with FTR at this point. I just have no fucking interest in whatever the hell this group's doing now. Brody are fucking awesome. They absolutely sort of FTR. Boy, I think you guys probably have a lot to say than me on this one. So, base you got with the tag team title match.
Brodito, absolutely. I love both these teams actually. Like I could never get fed up with FTR. I love seeing them wrestle always. Dax and Cash are fucking awesome. They've always been awesome, and even in like WWE and NXT. I love the Revival and love FTR. fucking awesome. And I love Brodito. Brodito are a fan-fucking-tastic tag team. I was a little like, when new teams get made and they're like the odd couple teams, you see a lot of those. I'm a little like, another odd couple team. Like, come on now, I don't know about that. Brodito have proven they are fucking. I love Brodito, man. Super super based. I got Brodito winning though, absolutely. But this match is gonna be fun. I love both these teams, so just sign me up. Sign me the fuck up. This is gonna be a lot of fun.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Who got with the tag team title match?
Oh, Brodito, of course, as well, of course. I don't have any disdain towards FTR. You know, they're not like the Bucks, but you know, I know what people are gonna say when I say this. You know, it's the same, thing. I liked the revival. I'm not too keen on FTR. I think that I think that they're presented much differently than what I've used to seeing them. You know, I know at this point I should know this is how they actually are and everything, but nothing against FTR. They're just, you know, I don't know. Something just clicked with the revival that just isn't clicking with them. So I'm going with Brodito.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And how have you got with the tag team title match?
It's gonna be a fun match again. Both these teams can go. Especially, I'm not a big fan of FTR. I love Brodito. They've been champs, I believe, since Forbidden Door. I'm gonna be the odd man out. I don't know why. I get this weird feeling that FTR is going to win, and they're gonna be one that dethrones Brodito. Um, I don't know. I just got this wild feeling that that's the snare they're heading. I would love to see Brodito win, but I don't know. Something in my mind's just telling me that FTR is going to win, probably for maybe their future thing with Adam Copeland and Father J, Christian Cage out there. So I think that's what's going to happen. FTR are going to win.
Yeah, that's some good fun there. To be honest, like when it comes, like I don't go much on with FTR. Just their run with Stokely sort of thing. Like Stokely, I feel like just me disinterested in the team. Like I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of Stokely. Fan of like heel shtick. I'm just like he kind of ruined it off of me. I don't know why, but just disinterested in FTR. Right enough, but Brody. Oh, Brodito's fucking all. Brody is just amazing. Bandito, amazing. So, like, you put them together and you get double amazing. Like, what more do you want? So, yeah, I've got Brody winning this. Just, I don't know. I don't really vibe with the current team, so, yeah, just going Brody here. Oh boy, this next match, folks. This one is gonna probably be the most controversial match for good reason. Yeah, probably for good reason. It's for the AEW Women's World Championship as the champion Statlander defends her belt against the TBS champion Mercedes Moné. Who, I don't know how many belts she has at this point, but she's got way too many belts. Way too freaking many, and it's jeez, I thought your story the downfall was good, but no, just keep on adding all these belts. Oh, but it's nothing against Mercedes as a competitor, just oh god, this story has just been and it brings a lot of questions. I kinda wish if Mercedes wins to unify the TS and world titles, and if that's the case, why would you want to do that? Considering the fact that Warner would not want belts with their branding to be unified at this point. And it's like, it brings up some questions that we don't have this. It's like, not to mention early on Chris Statlander's reign sort of thing to be doing whatever. It's like, yeah, we've got a lot of questions here. So, HeelBalor, do you have sort of like anything with this complicated shit?
Oh, well, first of all, their last few matches they've had have been incredible. I believe they hold the record for the longest AEW women's match in history, I believe. And their match last year at Full Gear was incredible. I remember going into it. Um, I was thinking like Stat's gonna win the TBS. Well, no, I said that's Mercedes was gonna win, but I remember Beast said like Stat was gonna win, and of course she didn't. But god dang it, she took Mercedes to limit. She's probably in my opinion. I'm not trying to be super biased here, but that's my girl. Stat is Mercedes' best dance partner in AEW, in my opinion. Like it's been so much fun with their matches. They've really clicked well together, and I'm very excited for this match as well. With again, I still can't believe it. Like it's still what 2 months out, since 2 months removed since she won the title. I still can't believe I'm saying this. Like, Stat is finally a women's champion. Like, I've been waiting for so long. I cried. I freaking was emotional. Just I seeing my girl on top is just so exciting, and I'm so proud of her. How far she's come, and just it's really been a fun reign. I believe this is like her third title defense, and just the way she's carrying herself. It's just been so much fun. I've really been enjoying it. I know everyone's not a fan of Mercedes and the whole belt collector gimmick, but I understand the reasoning behind it. The whole thing is that, she's cocky and her ego's out of control. Like she wants more belts, more belts, more belts. Well, that's not going to be the case here. I don't know if it's be the case at all. I think the whole story is basically Mercedes' downfall. She has to lose more belts before she gets another belt. And that's what's going to happen here. The downfall of Mercedes is going because she can't win the big one. That's the whole thing that Stat's been saying in her promos. Mercedes can't focus on her. She can't focus on Stat. She can't focus on the world championship. You're too busy focusing on the belts to focus on me. So that's going to be your downfall, is that you can't focus on the AEW Women's World Championship. You're too focused on getting more championship belts and adding to your collection. So, with that being said, my girl Stat is walking out women's champ. And if not, I'm going to be so fucking pissed if that happens. Like, I'm already mad that freaking Tatum Paxley lost her championship this past week at Gold Rush. I don't need the week ending with my girl. Oh, that was bullshit, by the way. Fuck you, Shawn Michaels. Justice for Tatum. Anyways, freaking this whole thing with Stat, like, if she loses this week, I'm gonna have a freaking crash out myself. Forget Mercedes crashing out. I'm going to crash out. Like I said, I've been waiting 5 years for this, and like again, she's been my favorite in AEW since like literally the very beginning. So 6 years I've been a fan of Stat. So I've been waiting so long, and just her well due, and just Sasha will get it. Mercedes will get the title, and I'm not against her winning the championship at all. Not now. Just not now. It's too soon, in my opinion. A little bit too early to give it to her. Give Stat like at least till 2020, maybe Double or Nothing or Full Gear, maybe next year, not Full Gear next year. No, that's a little bit too long. Maybe freaking Double or Nothing, or maybe All In next year. That's an oddness, but still. I'm basically saying have Stat holding in 2026, please, just please. Sasha can win it soon, just not now. The downfall of Mercedes is going to be right here. You can't focus on the world championship. You're too focused on collecting more belts. It's Stat's time. It's Saturday night. My girls retain the title. I'm going with Stat.
Oh, I fully agree with everything there. Beast, what do you make of the Women's World Championship story?
Will's right. Mercedes is winning the title, and it's happening this weekend. Absolutely. That is my prediction, and it's a damn shame. And that is not a knock on Mercedes. That is not a knock on her fan base.
So he wants me to crash out. Got you.
No, it's not that I want you to crash out. It's that I know things come in threes. So the first one was Tatum losing the women's title. The second one, what the fuck happened was the second one? I forget what it was, but like...
The first one was Tiffany losing. That was the first one.
Yes. Yeah, that was the first. Yeah. So Will and Steve big Tiffany guys too. The first one was Tiff losing. Second one was Tatum Paxley losing.
Not getting over that, Sean.
Yeah.
And now the third. I'm telling you, man, like I'm a big Chris Statlander fan. I've been a fan of her since the start of AEW, like Will. And I like Mercedes. I do. She's a really, really rad wrestler.
Oh, yeah, I love Mercedes.
She's great. She's good on the stick. She's fantastic in between the ropes. She is fucking awesome, dude. I love watching her promos. I love watching her wrestle. She proved her worth over in Japan. She's a queen. Absolutely a fucking queen. She ain't losing this weekend, though. She ain't losing. I'm telling you right now. And I hate to be a little bit the devil's advocate and pessimistic or whatever, but man, Chris Statlander's losing. My heart wants to go with Chris Statlander. My heart's getting overpowered by the critical thinking part of my brain, Will. It is.
Yeah.
And critically thinking about it, Mercedes being the new title collector, Mercedes is going over. Abso-fucking-lutely. And it is a shame because Statlander did deserve a longer title reign. She does deserve better. I know it's such a Twitter-ass phrase to say that, and I love Chris Statlander to death. Mercedes is absolutely going over. So, I'm going to say this before the show even happens, right? And I could be wrong, but if I'm right, man, fuck you, Tony. Dude, like, why'd you give Stat the fucking title and then fucking squash it? Like, she deserves better. And fuck you, Shawn. And fuck you, Shawn Michaels, for fucking taking the title off Tatum Paxley in 24 days. 2 weeks. You piece of shit. A little over 2 weeks. 3 weeks, actually. You're a piece of shit.
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Yeah, that was stupid. I'm gonna be
not even a month.
Here.
That was stupid.
Like,
not even a month.
She's
the shortest reigning in it.
Giving the belt back to JC and like there are so many other people that deserve the title more, and like just give the back to JC all the gold moment, even though you don't really need it.
I talked to Will, Steve, and our buddy Antoine. Shouts out to Antoine about it. About like a better booking thing. I won't bring it up here because it's a whole different fucking can of worms to open. If you're curious about how I would have booked it Adam Blampier style, my DMs are open. DM me. I'll fucking detail it. I don't give a fuck. Really don't care. And don't or don't. I'm not your dad. I can't tell you what to do. But I am Daddy B, so that's Destrucity for Trucity. Buy my shirt on my TeePublic. Anyway, that's shameless plug. Yeah, dude, like Tatum deserved better, and Chris Statlander deserved better. So fuck you, Shawn Michaels, for taking the title off Tatum. And Tony, if Chris Statlander does lose, fuck you too. But if she doesn't, hey man, I take that back because you proved me wrong. But I don't think you will because I got Mercedes going over. Absolutely, 100%.
If I see like again, I won't.
It's happening.
How do I put this? It probably is going to happen. Like, just how do I put this? Like, again, I like Mercedes. She's cool. There's nothing against Mercedes winning the title. I have no issue with that. It's the fact that you're doing it like now. Again, like I said earlier, guys, I don't think she's going to win. Because I think the downfall of Mercedes is going to be studied first, then she's taking it, which I would prefer, and I hope that's the route that AEW is going to take. But you never know with Chuckles and his, or Old Man Sean or Big Nose. Now these bookers do it. You know, with these people. I just how everything goes with AEW. Like again, like how hard she's worked, and I guess I'm just trying to wipe the taste of Tony Storm's second title reign, in my opinion, out of my mouth, and how they treated, Mariah May as champ as well. I just want in my opinion, I want at least some for my faves, at least clean cut, good championship run from them, and like having Stagnant, I've never thought I would see it, her being women's champ. Like, and I cried, I freaking just, for 15 minutes, I cried, I couldn't believe it. I cried when Tatum won the freaking title, like, it all will be taken away in 1 week. It's not going to be good. But again, what are you going to do? Type on the internet and freaking do all this random shit where none of us are that kind of guy. And Sasha's great. Mercedes is incredible, but I don't think, in my opinion, she come at the expense of Stat. She'll win the title. She will. Mercedes will win. Just in my opinion, not here. It's not time. But keep it on Stat, please. And give me back Sheeta. I need to see Sheeta and Stat running it for the title, please. I need my girls running it for the belt, please. Anyways, besides fact, continue, please. Just wanted to say that. Sorry.
Thank you very much. If the case, and we will all be tweeting our displeasure. We have definitely tweeted our displeasure. That's okay. My friend Mark, stop watching. If you know the difference, you know. But what do you make of this whole women's championship story and such?
Dude, this is the moment that was gonna be difficult to talk about because Thailand is my home state girl. We're both from New York and everything, and I have nothing against Mercedes. I don't really am fond of what she's doing right now with all these belts and stuff. But whatever, wherever that's leading to, uh, if she wins, boy, are people not gonna be happy. And it just so happens that the probability of her winning is high. There's not much of a chance that Mercedes loses. Uh, but there is still that small portion that she does, and that's where I'm really leaning towards. I don't think Mercedes is losing. I do think she's winning the belt. I really hope she doesn't. My prediction, though, I'm gonna go with Stylander.
Good thinking there with that.
Please just like the crash out that's going to happen from me is not going to be pretty. Like that's how much I love that woman. Like her and Sheeta are like my two biggest faves. Like I've been watching them both since the beginning of the company, and like I immediately attached myself to them. Like those are my girls. Like, and just Sheeta's the longest reigning holder of that belt, and of course Sadler the shortest. And now Stat finally gets in. It's like, I'm really hoping I'm fingers crossed that she retains because it'd be still again. I get the story they're trying to tell. Mercedes is the belt collector, but she needs to have a downfall before she finally gets it. I would think they want to have a bigger show. Well, they should have had it all in this year. Yeah, it should have happened all in this year, but it didn't. And when they hold off on it, I could see it. What would you want more? Would you want to hold off on it more, or do you want to get the more established, the vet? I guess you say the veteran. Yeah, she's a Stats a veteran, of AEW. Give her a little bit of maybe 3 or 4 months. I'm not asking for at least 300 plus days. That's not what I'm asking at all. I'm asking at least maybe 4 months, and then she can drop it. But what 2 months in? Nah, fam. No, keep it on her.
Like
It's Saturday night.
Like when it comes to my sort of, like when it comes to this sort of thing, like there's nothing against Mercedes. This is something we can all agree with. Nothing against
Same here.
Mercedes. Like Mercedes, she is a really good competitor. I feel like the biggest problem when it comes to Mercedes with me right now, her fan base, the way she's being looked, the whole belt collector thing, it's going out of hand. And like this belt collector thing with Mercedes has kind of scared me on like doing massive belt collection stuff. Yes, has been done in the past. But even then, I feel like some of the ones done in the past, I actually think were probably better. Like Kenny Omega's one, that was actually kind of interesting. Well, even bloody Austin Aries, like Austin Aries, is a little thick, but I mean,
Shout out to Austin Aries, I guess.
yeah, at least Austin Aries had an interesting belt collector story sort of thing. At least, whereas Mercedes, it's like I don't know what it
The
is.
best title collector is still Ultimo Dragon. Don't at me.
Yes, Ultimate Dragon, especially. Don't forget about Ultimate Dragon. But it's like when it comes to the whole belt storyline, the whole collector sort of thing, it's been done in the past, and it's more like a frustration type thing. At this point, I'm starting. It's like if the city's is the title here, the fate of the TS title then, because it's like,
Well, unless they unify it, like you said earlier, they could unify it. But even then, like I, I don't know. Like, what are we doing?
yeah, like that's that they're gonna unify the TBS title with the world title. Stupid. Yeah, like, the only reason why you consider doing that is if you remove like all the one-handed sort of like the TNT and the TBS title.
Yeah.
But like, if you do it, then like with the men's things, there's a lot for them to fight for sort of thing. On the women's things, it would just be the world title and the tag. The women's roster is enough where like and have like and the TBS. I really don't understand the whole sort of. I've got Statlander winning. I absolutely have Statlander winning because it
Please,
just
for my
makes
sanity,
sense.
please. And afterwards,
like-
can Sheeta come out? Please. sorry. Keep going.
I wouldn't mind that too, but honestly, I'd love for this to be like main story for Mercedes here being like, oh, she lost her momentum, she lost her mojo, and then we have the downfall, she loses all the belts, and then you give her the world title. That's what I'm asking for. We want a story to make sense, and I don't care what a lot of people are saying, like, oh, he's the blah, blah, blah. Maybe, but you at least gotta the story make sense, because like the world title just doesn't make sense right now. It just doesn't. So yeah, but I think you guys can definitely understand our feelings when it comes to this. Like absolutely. So yeah.
And the whole story again, you gotta realize, if you looked at the promos and that stuff, Stats never beat Mercedes. Just saying. Stats never beat Mercedes. So have her come up. I think that's why they're doing the match early. Again, unless they do it again down the road, which I definitely could see them doing. But those stories basically, Mercedes is not focused on winning the world championship. She's too focused on winning other belts. She's not focused on the women's championship. She's too focused on other belts. That's completely focused on Mercedes. She's completely focused. And that's what's going to cost Sasha. Again, which again, I'm going to say it again, just like Todd Lord said, just like B said, just like Steve said. We are not against Mercedes win the title. Just not yet. Just not yet.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hey guys, we made it finally to the main event, and oh boy, I think this one might actually be something special potentially. Oh, this one's gonna be good. It's AEW Championship. It is a steel cage match between Samoa Joe and Hangman Page. Oh my! Of course, we see the situation of Samoa Joe and Hangman execute. Of course, at WrestleMania, did see Samoa Joe and the to the dark side. Now going towards the side of evil, which pissed off a lot of people on the AEW, and then a little the ops. Even the member that now want to go at them. Boy, this is definitely some fun stuff, and the fact we're gonna see these two in a steel cage, this might sound special. Dave, who have you got with the steel cage match?
Oh my god. Hangman and cages do not go well together. We know that for a fact. um, Honestly, I think it's clear and evident who's winning. I do think this is going to be a star-stellar match regardless. Maybe it's not as, predictable as I might be seeing it as, but yeah, I am going with Hangman to retain. Uh, this is definitely better than the first time Hangman had the title. I've really been like Heyman's reign as champion. And I think this Samoa Joe match is really going to do a lot for a lot of people. It's going to be something to remark on. It's going to be rememberable. It's going to, whole lot of shit's about to go down.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hiller, what you got with steel cage match?
Well, their last match was fun. Again, first time ever. I enjoyed it. The heel turn from the ops, I did not expect, honestly. Of course, Joe was already healed. Duh, it's Samoa Joe. Freaking Hangman, the second run, way better than the first. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. Cowboy Shaw the way. I'm excited for this. Like, again, locking them in a cage can be fun. Again, like Steve said, Hangman and cages do not mix. Remember the thing with Swerve last year? I can't get that. I cannot get the picture of him of Hangman putting the syringe in Swerve's mouth and just wild, insane shit. Oh my god, they had a real brick in there. Just oh my gosh, some insane shit last year. Hangman's not losing. The only thing I care about is the aftermath of this match. Now, I got a prediction on things what's gonna happen after the match. One, I think obviously Hangman's going to win. And then one of two things is going to happen, and it involves the lights going out. I think the lights, Heyman's going with the belt, blah, 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 the logo's going to flash, you're going to do the little fake out, lights going to go out, and one of two people is going to be standing in the ring. Either one, it's going to be the return of Swerve Strickland, and he's going to be the next challenge for the world title for Hangman Page, and they run it back for the world title at Wrestle Dream, I believe it is.
I believe
World's End, my bad. World's End.
pay-per-view
World's End. World's End. World's End. My bad, folks. World's End. Or, and same thing, the next pay-per-view for this person as well. It's the return of your favorite wrestler, Tyler, MJF, and he cashes in his chip from Forbidden Door. All in Texas. I mean, all the pay-per-views mixed up. All in Texas, and it's gonna be the Hangman versus the Devil at World's End. Either way, I think we're getting a return. It's gonna be Swerve Strickland, or it's going to be MJF, or it could be nobody really. But I just got a feeling this show's going to end with a bang. I just got a feeling this show's going to end very wildly, in a very insane way.
I mean, well, we've also
I can't wait.
Winter is coming up. So.
Oh, true. Winter's coming. True. Could have one of those guys return. Winter's coming. Definitely. I keep forgetting about that thing. Anyways. Yeah, man. I think obviously the Hangman's going to win. He's carrying hope. Maybe he's carrying the 2026. We shall see. But I've really been enjoying the second ring again. Both my faves on top, and the Hangman and Stat. Just it feels good. Now, don't take it away from me. Anyways, the Hangman's going to win. Hangman Page all the way.
Oh, like that second pick you gave definitely is giving me some nerves right now. But still, Beast, you're last up here. Who you got with the world title steel cage match?
I don't think we have had any match on this show where I've just gone, yes. And I'm not about to break that with this because I do legitimately have a prediction. And it's Hangman Adam fucking Page. Now, I do like this title reign a lot more than his first reign. He's doing really good, man. I'm not a huge... I like Hangman. I do. Because of everything that happened back then. I'm not as big on him as I once was, but I'm not about to live parasocially through somebody, so
that's fine.
I still
that's
enjoy.
Fine.
I still enjoy Hangman's matches. I love his promos. He's real rad. And I definitely think that he's going to get the win here. Now, do I think there's going to be a return after the show? Absolutely. And I also think it could go one of two ways, but I'm only going to give you one way, which I am leaning towards. And it is a way that Will already said. I think Hangman, if this match is going to be fucking disgusting, by the way, it's going to be awesome. And Will and Steve said Hangman and cages don't mix. I beg to differ. I think they absolutely do mix because they're brutal. I love watching Hangman and cage matches. It rules. It's going to be nuts, man. Like, Hangman and Samoa Joe are going to kill the fuck out of each other. Who I think is going to return? MJF. MJF's going to return after the show. Lights are going to go out. He's going to come down and cash in his chip either right now or later on Hangman. That is what I believe.
Yeah, he's got to wait at least, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's wait like a week.
Oh, does he got? Oh, is there a waiting period? Okay.
Yeah, it's a week. Yeah, give a week notice. I believe the TK, Chuckles out there, that guy. Yeah, I get a week. I believe that's what people are saying, a week notice for the chip thing, because it's, I don't know, it's weird.
All right, yeah. Well, hey, if you got to give him a week notice, then he'll do that. And I got MJF coming back after the match, though. I do think Hangman is absolutely winning, and this match is going to be very, very, very much a lot of fun. And even though I already gave my prediction, I'll say it anyway. Yes, absolutely. Sign me up. Say the line, Bart.
Yeah, of course, folks. Of course, we gotta at least bring into the equation on this show. I think for me, when it comes to this match, I think it's definitely more of an opening up between the Cowboy and Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal. By the way, I can't wait for season 3. That's gonna fucking be awesome when that happens. Honestly, with this match, I don't expect it to be as amazing as AEW cage matches have been lately. Like, they haven't done anything about, like, if there were a lot of weapons involved. Like, there probably will be, but I Phase 1 was going to be a much more simpler type cage match. Fine. That's more than fine for me. Because, I mean, Hangman Page, would go, locked in a cage. What more do you want, people? What more do you freaking want? This is going to be awesome, and I am so excited. I've got Hangman with because, well, it makes sense. Hangman's probably going to be holding the belt for a while. Unless that man somehow turns and casts in his contract. And then, says, oh, you and me, World's End. Some shit like that. Because I got a feeling that's going to be the match to World's End. I pray to God he loses that match, that contract, and loses that damn ring. My nerves are getting up now immediately because of it, but
the thought of MJF coming back and Tyler just losing his mind. Oh, God.
The maggot that coming back to ruin everything.
Oh, God.
That's your favorite wrestler, bro. That's your favorite wrestler, Sydney Sweeney, Skibbity Toilet Scotland style or whatever.
6'7".
Yeah, 6'7".
What is this, Roblox?
This shit sucks.
Maybe.
Oh my God. Still, like, it's gonna be a good fucking match. And even if whatever happens afterward, Hangman is absolutely gonna win, and it is going to be fantastic. Oh, man, Full Gear is looking like one of the best AEW shows of the year so far. Like, AEW this year has been on what I'd say a bit of a generational run when it comes to pay-per-view quality.
Yes.
Like, yeah,
they have been killing it.
Like, yes, we've said a lot of shit about, like, booking and that sort of thing, and a lot of the decisions made. But with AEW, when it's pay-per-views, when it's pay-per-view time, they always deliver. They always give you your money's worth. You gotta buy the show. You gotta pay, like, however much it is to get access to the show. So, they're gonna have to make it worthwhile for you. They always make it worthwhile. So, we can't wait for Full Gear this weekend. It is going to be so much fun. Tell you guys, it is going to be incredible. And, well, I think that's about it for this week's edition. Oh, man, I'll tell you, it's good to be doing this. And, oh, folks, we've got a lot more shows coming up for the rest of the year. Like, a lot of shows left to go, so it's gonna be great. So, one of you guys want to end things up, or would you guys like me to do it this time?
May I do the honors?
Good.
Go ahead, man. Go for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, I have been the Skull King Beast Mode 9000. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Losers Lounge podcast talking about AEW Full Gear 2025. Can't wait to see you on the next show. It's going to be awesome. And ladies and gentlemen, I now bid you adieu for Tyler, for the heelest of Balor's HeelBalor, and for the fan of combat Steep down there. Goodbye. And good night, too sweet, and peace out. Bang!